Live. So it says I'm live. Oh, here we are. Okay, we're live now. All right. Hey, everybody. We are here this morning. Sorry about the delay. We had technical difficulties, or I just forgot to unmute my computer. We are here with Jessica Kish. She's a distributor for Lifewave Patches. So Jessica, tell me just about yourself in general, how long you've been a military spouse, your family, what you like to do, your interests, hobbies, that kind of thing.
Okay. Hey everyone, I'm Jessica Kish. As she already mentioned, I am a military spouse. My husband's been in the military almost 8 years. He started in the National Guard and then he went active duty just over 3 years ago. And we are now at Fort Riley and I really love it here. So our first base was Fort Carson. We were told that's family friendly and stuff, and the weather will be wonderful, which was right. But I really love Kansas. When I told people we picked here, they're like, well, what? But you'll know a little more in a second why I really love it. But we do have 2 children. Mason is 6 and Abby is 4, and they absolutely love living here too. We are outdoors country people, so nice weather, hunting, doing stuff outside, riding horse. Those are some of my hobbies. But business side of things, I love health and wellness. It is my absolute favorite thing because we go back to the active duty, moving to Fort Carson first. Colorado is a very, very health conscious state. It's like the #1 state for healthy people. So it really jumped even before we moved, I'm like, this is a new start for me. I'm going to do something new. And just in these past 3 years, I've done a lot of things, lots of research. I've met many health conscious friends. So I've just learned more and more things to how to boost my health and how to help other people do it too.
Awesome. We picked Kansas too, so I get that. We like it here. It's not too far from family. It's not too close to family. And yeah, we like it too. So I understand. Okay, so tell me about your business. Tell us about Lifewave. And I know you have a couple other things you do, and this is what you're focusing on right now. So if you feel like mentioning anything else, that's fine too. But tell us what these patches are and what they do.
So in a nutshell, and I'm going to say this right off the bat, well, 2 things right off the bat, is these do not cure, prevent, or treat any disease. You must know that, which I'm sure you are very familiar with. Many other network marketing companies that do health and wellness, they make sure they tell you that. Basically, everything that's not a pharmaceutical has to tell you that. So that's #1. #2, there's just not enough time at all in this call to tell you all the amazing things about this. So I want to tell you there is a free group. It's got like 22,000 people in it now to tell you how these work, what you can use them for, hacks, tips, all that kind of stuff for everything, people and pets too. So your horses, cats, dogs, that kind of thing too. So basically, let me just open up one of these packets here. These are actually really pretty. They're all different colors for all the different kinds they are. So I'm just going to pick this one because green is like my favorite color. So this SP6 is actually one that you can use for appetite and weight loss and stuff, which I was told first. That's what I learned so I was like, no, I don't need that one. I mean, not that maybe sounds a little bad to say that, but I'm like, I don't need that one. But then finally, when I learned more about the things that this can do, like the hypothalamus that's right here, it controls a lot of things. Not gonna go into all that, but a lot of things in your body. So I was like, oh, I need that. But the cool thing about this patch specifically is, and I know I'm jumping ahead of myself. Give me just one moment, since I'm on a tangent already. I'll go back to the basics of it. But this one here, if you put it, there's a spot like about 4 inches above your ankle bone on your left foot. You put that there, and this will help with sugar cravings. And if you're somebody that's just like, I know the time that it is, a lot of us are sitting at home and we're like, let's just grab a bag of chips, and an hour later it's gone. So it kind of helps that, because I have that too, not necessarily chips, but there's days where I'm like just hungry all day long, even though I just had a huge lunch or a huge breakfast. I can put this on and it helps maintain that those hunger cravings. But anyways, but I'll go back up here. So these are phototherapy patches. What they do is they are not transdermal. So there's other products out there where it's actually like a vitamin or a CBD or something in the patch. And when you put it on your skin, it's going through your skin because your skin is your biggest organ that actually absorbs things. So you want to be, you know, my health and wellness thing, watch what you are putting on your skin. Anything you put on your skin in 20 seconds, it's in your body. So whether it's cleaning chemicals, lotions, your scalp actually is your biggest absorber of stuff. I just learned that a couple days ago. I knew skin was, but your scalp actually really absorbs. So all those things, just watch that. But this, like I said, is phototherapy. So you put it on your skin and the heat of your body makes it go to work. So it's like crystals in here. It's sugar and peptides and, you know, proprietary stuff we don't need to know because, you know, it's patented, and but it goes to work. So like right here, I have one patch right here. I have the, I don't know if you can, I turn it up? Can you see
Barely,
it?
yeah. There you go.
The bump on your neck, that is one of the common spots. The bump on your neck there is the one spot to put it, and the other spots like 4 inches below your belly button are the two main spots that people put these. But like I said, the heat of your body activates whatever peptide it is. So like I said, this one's weight loss and craving, stuff like that. Then there's ice waves is a pain and inflammation one. Like I said, the one that I have on my neck right now, oh, I have no packages of it right here, but it's the Aeon or Eon patch, I mean. It looks like it's Aeon the way it's spelled, but it's Eon. That's the happy patch or the stress relief patch. And then there's glutathione, which is a detoxer. Nobody, because of everything that happens in this day and age, has enough of that. So it's really, really good to get some stuff out. Carnosine is for skin repair and, you know, stuff like that. And then X39, there's a few more, but X39 is like my absolute favorite. This is the stem cell patch. When we hit 30 years old, which I'm 32, our stem cells start to decline. Once we hit 40, even more, once you hit 50, they're like gone. And stem cells do so much stuff in your body. It's what, you know, repairs when you get cuts and owies and broken bones and, you know, all sorts of things. But that's, you know, the easiest way to really think about that one. But again, it just activates your body. It tells your body what to do. They're really easy to use. I know they can seem a little complicated. If you get into that group, there's a lot of info, but I just want you to tell it they're easy. They are easy to use. Basic things is make sure you drink lots of water. You got to have water to help these move. Because I didn't say, because I always get so excited and I say so many things, is it's based on Chinese medicine. So acupuncture, if you've ever read acupuncture, acupressure, that's where the different spots in the body that these go. Like when you get a set of patches, you'll get a little book that will show you a picture of, you know, this spot, the belly button spot. There might be a couple other ones because some patches have different spots. But on that group, and I said the free resource for any of you, there's many, many other spots in your body, and it's what the like acupuncturists use. So I think in a nutshell, I'm sorry.
Yeah. No,
That's me. I like too much. I get so excited and then I go, wait, hold the reins back just a little bit.
sure. And you're gonna put the group link in the comments on this video, right? Then we'll have it.
I would like to, well, I can do that. I can do that. That'll make it easier. I know for me, because then I don't have to friend you, but I will tell you, you have to put me in the who invited you here question or you won't get in, because I should have said one of the reasons that I got into this is the technology of this. There is nothing else like this on the market. And these have been around for 15 years and barely any people know about it. And it's sold all over the world too. Wow. And I totally just spaced what I was going with that. Wow. Didn't need to do that this morning. What was I starting to say? I looked
Talking about
at them
getting into the group and
oh yeah, the way this group works is it is invite based, because anybody you invite, they are your prospect. If you wanted to go the business side, you don't have to do the business side of this. And that's one of the things that really pulled me in, besides all the information, all the stories, all the technology of it, just the way the group was ran. Because I am a serial entrepreneur. I have, you know, multiple different things I'm in, but this group right away, I was like, wow, I love the way this is ran, because the admin in there if you, like I said, if you decide to go into this, or if you get into the group and all of a sudden, a month down the line, you're like, yay, I see what I want to get it. And you're like, but I don't remember who invited me. The admin will say, Jessica Kish invited you. That's who you talked to get your order, stuff like that. That just really pulled me in. I really like it.
Yeah. So just so that people know what to expect, the group is not yours exclusively. It's multiple distributors coming together to have more information available to everybody by having a larger group of people sharing information and testimonials and ideas and things like that. So I just wanted to clarify that a little bit. In case anybody's wondering, like, wait, what? Why would you not be running? It's not Jessica's group. It's a group Jessica's a part of, but a lot of other distributors are a part of, so that the most information can get to people who are interested in learning about it easily.
Yes, thank you.
So I think that I explained it correctly. Okay, so anyway, moving on. So how long have you been doing this? Is pretty new for you, isn't it? This particular business is pretty new for you, isn't it?
Yes, this is pretty new. So I've been watching, actually, well, hold that thought there. I actually was introduced to these patches probably about 2 years ago at MRE, Military Relationship Exchange. It was a networking group. It was wonderful. I loved it. I did that in Colorado Springs. And a lady did a presentation, kind of like I'm doing here, but in person for, 20, 30 minutes. She got to talk. And I was like, those are interesting. And she actually gave me one sample to try on my husband, and he didn't notice anything. So I kind of, just put it in the back
Sure.
pocket. And then probably a year ago or so, I've had a couple friends post things occasionally, those curiosity posts. And I'm like, maybe I'll check it out. And I think because September 11th is the day that I actually joined into this finally.
Mhm.
But it was sometime in the summer that I was like, okay, let me check it out. And I just watched the group for a while. So that's what I mean by, if you're somebody that's like, yeah, I want to learn more, but
Sure.
you forget about it or whatever, and 3 months down the line, you're like, oh, I want to order some, but you don't remember it was me that shared it with you. So that's the cool thing about that group. Because like I said, there is no way I could tell you enough about these in 30 minutes today.
Right, sure. And I'll throw in as well, we've got a couple people watching. If anybody has questions during this live or after the live, throw them in the comments. I'm kind of keeping an eye on the comments right now, but if it's after the live, we can also come back and answer, or message Jessica. I'll tag her in that, or I've put your contact information there as well for them to get in touch with you if they want more information. And also, you and I can come back to this later, but that military, the thing you just said, the MRE, I want to know if we have one of those here, and if not, how do we get one started? So maybe we can come back to that. If it's like a big thing, it sounds like it's a big thing that's in different places. So I haven't ever heard of it, but I'd love to look into starting something along those lines for our military community here. So anyway, okay. So and this next few questions might not apply specifically to Lifewave, but just to your experience in running businesses in general. How has your experience been running a business as a military spouse? And what are the biggest benefits and struggles you've seen from specifically being a military spouse?
I don't think I've actually seen any struggles at all. I'll be honest, I don't actually do much with the military. That probably sounds awful, but I mean, when we lived, at Carson before this crazy year when we could do things, I think I went on Fort Carson to do something military related, whether it's family day or, him coming back from deployment or whatever, that kind of thing, like 5 times. We went on the base more for the park that was by the commissary that we really loved. That was a really nice park. But other than that, I really didn't do much. But other than that, I have met some amazing people in the military too. That is really cool. My husband has made a few friends too, but now that we've moved here, he's like, I have no friends. So we gotta get that started. He officially starts here at Riley on Wednesday. So we'll get to see what it's like here.
Yeah.
And then, but besides that, the military experience, I don't have a lot. I guess we actually see or I see my husband, they see their daddy more now with the military than we did as a
Yep.
civilian. So
Wow.
that is something that's really positive for us. And
Mhm.
business wise, that also helps too for me being able to do stuff like this online, or when I was able to go do stuff in person because he's home more, we have more flexibility for that. Other than that, I don't think I have much more to say with that question because it hasn't changed our life that much. I mean, much more for the positive, not the negative that most people talk about with military, I guess.
Right. No, that's good though. So you moved here before you started this business, but you had other businesses when you moved here, correct?
Yes.
So how was the experience of moving your businesses? Was it easy? Everything's online, or did you have challenges, or what was that like for you?
I've definitely had challenges. I know everything I do is online. It was all online before we moved. It was all online before Corona. It was, but not being able to go see people in person. I am a huge extrovert. I love to see people in person. Doing this just is not as personal. I mean, I love this. I really appreciate this today, but it's just not the same as being in a room with people. When I would go to network marketing meetings, with other people, and they're not even most of the time the meetings that I went to, there was very few MLMers like me. It was mostly brick and mortar businesses, but yet to get in that room with everybody, like, I have these great plans to do this, do that, it just would uplift everybody. So being online, you don't get everybody else's energy to feel that. I mean, yes, we can all say, yeah, yeah, let's go, we're gonna get it, but it's
Yeah.
just not the same when you don't feel that energy. Because you mentioned my other things I do too, like frequency is a big thing. We all have our own frequency. We have negative or positive. So when we're all good, it's like, I mean, people that don't know about it, but there's like this big bubble of happiness around you when everybody's all up, but you don't get that when you're online like this.
Right.
So, but that's a whole different topic there.
A whole different, yeah. Okay, so where am I at? All right. There's a typo in that. Sorry. If if a spouse came to you, specifically a military spouse, but really anybody just came up to you and said, you know what, Jessica, I'm thinking about starting a business, and it could be anything. It could be MLM, or it could be a craft business, or it could be a brick and anything. Um, I'm thinking about starting my own business. What advice would you give to them?
So what advice would I give to them? So number one, what are you truly passionate about? Because I mean, I have more network marketing sides. I am working on different coaching, but I don't have those certifications yet, so I can't call myself a coach yet. But number one, what are you passionate about?
Mhm.
But then number two, and this is so huge, especially in the network marketing industry, is it saturated already? Because everything I'm in, I sit and I look, does everybody know its name already? Does it already have, bad vibes out there? Because everything gets bad reviews. I'm sorry. It can be the greatest thing in the world and everything gets a bad review. But if there's just so much chatter out there, I don't like that. So that's my thing too. But then number three is what kind of time do you have too? Is it something like maybe you want to do crafts? Do you have the time to put in the crafts every day? Or do you have something where you could do an online like this where you only spend maybe an hour a day working it? Or let's see, and then a fourth thing is where's the family on it too? That's something to really think about because in this stuff that I've gone in, like I started when my husband was deployed to Afghanistan, so he really didn't know what I was doing.
Right.
So I've had to really kind of like figure out that family balance, that work balance, all that stuff. But another thing too, I like to look at it is if you're a person that already spends like all day on social media anyways, you can turn that into a profit. And I know that's, some people might take that bad. They'll be like, "Oh, you're just selling all day long." No, you're not selling all day long. Like me, I used to like spam. I used to be that spammy Tammy all the time. And now maybe once a day I still throw something in there, but it's never like just buy my thing. It's just like this, hey, this thing could help you. Let's talk. But um I think those would be my basic things to really focus on. And also, I guess you do have to focus on budget too.
Sure.
Like with the thing that's cool about MLM, and I know it has a bad rap itself as a whole, is it doesn't take much money in this industry. Like with Lifewave, it's $25 to join in. Yes, you do have to order monthly, one packet of patches a month to earn your income. But if you are promoting something, you should be using it anyways. But if you wanted to start like a brick and mortar, the one thing one of my coaches that I've learned in the MLM industry, like if you wanted to have a Domino's franchise, that's $250,000. And it takes about 10 years to get that profit, that, your
Right.
investment back. There's the word. But $25, you sell one or two packs patches, you got that back. So, that's just one example anyways, but I guess that would be my advice. I haven't really had to think about that, what to tell somebody else. So,
Yeah, great. Wonderful. Well, and the next question is kind of ties in, and it's if they're considering this specific business, and it's getting really, really specific if we talk about patches, but you did give kind of some advice pertaining to MLM specifically, so that works. But it's probably very much similar advice of what are you going to be passionate about it? Are you actually using it? Do you know what you're talking about? Are you just trying to sell something to sell something? Definitely better to come at it from personal experience. Um, all right. And then, well, one question we have is, has your business been affected by COVID? And you kind of talked about that, just that you can't get not so much your business as you're just networking and getting face to face with people.
so
Um,
I can say with that, it has affected me to be able to get out and meet people. Has it really affected my income? I mean, I did make less last year. Not a whole lot less, but I mean, still really good for an at-home business, but I can't say income. And plus I have how many different streams. So
right.
you
Sure,
couldn't, put it on one or the other.
right.
But um, the thing is, I really thought back to my networking. I absolutely loved it. I met great, great people. But when you ask me how did it affect me, I didn't really make any sales at any of that networking I did. So
Sure.
if you are like, oh, I'm not going to be able to go networking because I have the kids and my husband works late and he's deployed or, XYZ,
Right.
I think the networking is great, but at least where I was at, it might have just been the meetings I was at, because everybody there was just like, I'm just trying to sell today. You know,
Yeah.
that's the vibe I got from lots of people, not making relationships, not making referral partners, just what can I sell today?
Mhm.
So that's one thing. But I think if we made, you kind of already hinted at, if we made a group in the area here, I think it would be really good because it'd be new. It'd be, um, maybe there already is and we just don't know it, but
Yeah.
it would be different. We would make right up front, be like, we're not here just to sell each other. We're here to, make relationships and stuff.
Right.
But I did want to add to the other thing, the keep it simple, stupid, the KISS method.
Okay.
That is a problem that I am working on. So how I like blah, all that stuff. So if
Yes.
you are thinking about getting in a network marketing company, whether it's mine, whether it's, your friend sells this and your other friend sells that, whatever the case may be, keep it simple. You don't need to know those things. That's why I'm going to revert back to that group that has all those people. They can teach you things. They can, you can, the little magnifying glass, say acne, pain, you know,
Yeah.
period cramps, whatever. You can look it up and you'll find what you want to do. Me, myself, I'm here as the resource. You can ask me it directly too, but I'm really working myself on that. Keep it simple.
Yes, that's great. That's awesome. Okay, back. So the networking, I'm just going to throw out there for anybody watching, anybody watches later, if and the networking, and this isn't just MLM, this is for anything. If you would be interested, if you know of something like that in the area already, especially if it's focused on military spouses, of a group of different people from different businesses with different businesses, I guess, coming together just to build relationships. Or if you'd be interested in something like that, shoot me a message, so I can start getting a feel for if that's something that people would be interested in. Obviously, right now we're not allowed to meet. Um, as far as the military side, I mean, I guess we can, but the military, is they don't. Anyway, it would be difficult. So we just won't make anybody angry with that. But we can do virtual until we can meet in person. But just get the plans in place to meet in person as soon as we can. I think that would be fantastic. I would love to do something like that. So message me if that's something you're interested in. Or like I said, if you already know something exists that Jessica and I just don't know about, let us know because we want it. We want it. So yeah, we'll see if we can get that ball rolling. So that's a fun thing that came unexpectedly of this call. So thanks. All right, awesome. Is there anything else you wanted to share? We're kind of at the end of my questions. Um, so I think summing it up is message you if they should message you if they have questions, and you'll get them added to that group, so they can kind of do their research and see if this is something they want to try out.
Well, I will drop the link, like you mentioned. I will drop the link for the group, but again, I'll write it in the comment too to
Yeah.
make sure you put that I invited you, or you will not get added.
Okay.
But anything extra I wanted to add is, so I'm in, like she kind of mentioned, I'm in multiple things because I love all the things. Maybe this doesn't strike a chord for you. It might not be the thing for you. I have multiple different things, and the way that you can find all the different things that I do, I'm not tech savvy at all. I do everything on my phone, and like Microsoft spreadsheets is the only thing I do on my computer. So I do not have a fancy website of any sort. I have a link tree at, well, I can put that in the comments
Put it in the
too. The link
comments. Yeah.
slash TheDishWithKish. So TheDishWithKish is my hashtag, my business name. I plan to actually have an official website for it someday. I do have a business card. They're actually really pretty for it. But I didn't have Linktree yet when I made the business card. When I was in Colorado Springs, this is one of the good things that I did get from the MRE, is a friend of mine. She's like, you do these videos all the time, which I have kind of fallen off. I'll be honest. This thing, not getting out and getting my vibes with other people, hearing other people's problems and stuff. Yes, I could scroll the feed and see it, but it's not the same as in person. That extrovert in me needs people.
Mhm.
But she's like, you do all these different videos. You need to have a hashtag so people can find you. You need a
Oh,
page. You
yeah.
need this. So The Dish with Kish is my thing that I've done, because I'll talk
Okay.
about health, I'll talk about cooking, the kids, farm life, whatever. I do also have a page too, but Facebook, I think my page, just because I don't ever spend any money on ads, it just doesn't
Right.
really get seen. But that is also my other thing, and I will drop that in the comments as well, where my
Okay.
other stuff is. But if you ever have questions about anything health related, you can drop a PM with me and we can chat. I'm not going to be just buy this thing. I will be honest with you. Some of the basic things I'll just add right now. Again, I talked about water. Drink lots of water. You never know how. Dehydration actually is linked to a lot of things, and you might think you already drink a lot of water, but I mean plain water, not the water that's in your coffee, not the water that's in your lemonade or tea or Powerade or whatever. It's plain water. Are you getting enough sleep? You need to sleep 7 to 8 hours every night. You need to get outside and get fresh air. Like yesterday, all you that live here, if you weren't outside yesterday, what's wrong with you? It was beautiful outside. I was
Mhm.
outside all day. And exercise too, which I kind of was exercising yesterday. I don't officially exercise, to be honest. I don't go to the gym. I don't lift weights like my husband does, but I'm always walking around doing something on the farm. So that's my exercise. And those are the basics. Eat good food too. Don't eat junk food and fast food every day, but do the best you can and eat more good food. But
Mhm.
those are some of the basics that could change your life, and those are free. Those don't
Yeah,
cost anything. I just told
absolutely.
you.
Absolutely. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Thanks for joining me and letting me interview you today. We are really glad to have you.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Have a great day.
You too.
Bye.